When you buy furniture from Wayfair, you're not just getting furniture, you're setting your home up for a lifetime of memories. Visit wayfair.ca today or download the Wayfair app. Furniture made for all of life's moments. That's Wayfair.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Aaron Rand with you here at the Montreal Children's Hospital for our, as you just heard, Caring for Kids Radiothon. We're trying to get to 102 hugs by the top of the hour. This is our CN Miracle Hour. Currently, 76 hugs left to go. At that point, CN will kick in another $25,000. I'm looking, by the way, at our Dormez-vous phone bank in front of me, which is now filled with volunteers. So if you hear the phone ring and that's you, thank you. That number to call is 514-939-5437, 939-KIDS. There you go. That's someone calling, and that's what it'll sound like if you call and make your donation now. All of this, of course, something we do once a year, but it have been for the last 23 years. You're going to hear some wonderful stories. There are some difficult stories to hear as well. But the bottom line is to let you know the kind of things you can expect to happen, the miracles that you can expect to have happen here at the Montreal Children's Hospital. And I think this story kind of qualifies. So Naomi Adams is here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You sat down and my notes say that your son, Félix, who's 4, was going to be here with us. And you said, maybe not.
No, he's just running around in the playground now. He's not interested in talking.
Not interested at all. He's having fun and he's just running around here somewhere. So the story with your son, who is now, as I said, 4 years old, didn't start off that well. And it goes back to your pregnancy, right?
Exactly. Actually, I had a normal pregnancy, but I was induced at 38 weeks in Laval. Regular long induction. But as soon as Félix was born, he went into major respiratory distress. And the NICU was called. So the NICU team came to pick up Félix, and he was transferred here at the Children's. It was toward the end of COVID, so me and my husband got split up. He couldn't go in an ambulance. I had to stay in the hospital. But eventually, we got all the 3 of us together, and we heard some serious news where Félix's lungs were just not working, and they were talking about a potential lung transplant for him. And we had to stay in the hospital for a few months waiting for a lung transplant. But then eventually, everything changed, and it just got better. We never learned what happened with Félix, but here he is today.
That's the weird part, right? So you have someone, he's in distress, he's rushed here, they're looking at him, they think a lung transplant might be the way to go, and at the end, no. And
he just got
okay.
better. He's got okay. I mean,
that's crazy.
As of today, he goes to daycare full time. He runs around, he reads, he loves life and everything. It was just a pure miracle where he got the best care he could here, and he was able to go home on oxygen, and here he is today.
Do you remember, so after you get a diagnosis, like we think your newborn is going to have to have a lung transplant, I mean, that's pretty grim, right? Because he's just a little guy. Do you remember what it was like back then, what you were thinking?
Our whole world just crashed down. It was terrible thinking about your son potentially dying. Yeah. It was really terrible. And then you expect a lung transplant, but then you wish for another kid to die. That's the hard decision, too, to think about. But thankfully, we didn't have to make this decision.
Did they explain to you, like, how would that work for a child that young to get a lung transplant?
Actually, there's no lung transplant for a newborn in Quebec. We had to be transferred in Toronto, which would mean to be far from our family and everything. But thankfully, we didn't need the transfer to Toronto. But this couldn't happen in Quebec. It would be a first time. So it was terrible to think. That's why the palliative care came into our life, too. Félix went into palliative care and then came out.
That's crazy.
This doesn't happen often where your child is in palliative care and then here he is today.
So it seemed to me the hardest part about this will be, A, that you get that diagnosis, and B, that there's nothing definite, right? Mm-hmm. It doesn't say, well, it's going to take 2 months or we're going to make it. You just basically, you have to cross your fingers and hope for the best. That's in essence what it was, right?
Exactly. Even 4 years later, so we don't even know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now he's just a normal little guy. Is this him?
That's my youngest one,
Emil.
A
little kid ran up to the table
yeah,
here.
That's my youngest one, Emil, who's 2 years old. And as I was saying, I'm expecting my third boy right now. I'm in a lot of trouble. But yeah, they're full of life.
This little guy just ran up to the table, grabbed the little card that was on the table, picked it up, and ran away.
Yep,
try to find his brother, I guess, right?
The second born.
Listen, your situation in the end of the day worked out well. As I said, there's still a little bit of trying to figure out what's going to happen as he gets older, but he seems like a perfectly normal kid now.
Exactly. We have regular follow-ups with the team, but other than that, he's doing all the milestones that he's supposed to do.
So let's talk about why. It's stories like this, and it's interesting because in your case, it didn't have to involve a lung transplant. You were lucky that's not something you had to go through. But I know you have a message for people today who were asking to call up and make a donation, a pledge. to help the Children's. How much did the Children's mean to you at that time when you were going through it?
It was a whole universe. That's the only people we had. And because it was in the middle of COVID, there was nobody else that could visit us. Her whole family was the nurses here, the doctors here, and that's the people that I trusted. I didn't know the answers for my kid. I couldn't help my child. The only people that could help my child were the team here. So as of today, we just owe everything to the Children's, really.
So when you came here today, did you see any familiar faces? Did you go say hi to
We ran
anybody?
to the parking, but we're here like once or twice a week, so
Are
we're
you?
used
Okay.
to it, yeah.
Okay. Listen, I wish you all the best, and Felix as well. If he ever stops by and comes by, we'll say hi to him.
For sure.
But in the meantime, Naomi, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank
We
you, and thanks to
appreciate it.
everyone.
Unmistakably Canadian.
It's the music that raised you.
The artists raising the bar.
Hi, this is Brian Adams.
Hey, my name's Brett Emmons. I'm from the Glorious Sons.
Hi, I'm Nelly Furtado.
Made in Canada. The station that champions Canadian music.
Loud, proud, and all yours.
No passports required. Just press play.
Tap into Made in Canada now on iHeartRadio.ca.
Or the free iHeartRadio app.